Hi Sagittarius. I think this sign is backwards, but regardless, this message is for you. So we're doing November, body, mind, and soul. And we're addressing the body right now. Messages, please, for my Sagittarius friends. Messages for Sagittarius. Messages just for Sagittarius, please. Messages about the body, about healing, about anything on the earthly realm, anything of substance. Whoa, that's way too many. Sag, here we go. First card I'm getting is the Ace of Wands. So Sag, I'm encouraged to really think that there's something that you're really passionate about. You're starting to get your fire back. It could be something that you've done in the past, but something that is super exciting. It's almost like you're recouping a love that you once had once upon a time. Maybe you used to do something like drawing or painting or, I don't know, running your own business full time. And now you're back at it again, only bigger and better. So we'll see where this goes. Ace of Wands is just the vibration power of 1. So that is still kind of in the beginning phases, just kind of getting your mojo back. We all love mojo. So I'm taking, because I already pre-shuffled the very next card, I have the Star. This is what you've been wanting for a long, long time. And you're manifesting that. This is like a dream that you've had that you haven't quite given up on, that maybe you set aside for a while, that you lost passion or desire over. And if you did not lose passion or desire about this thing, then perhaps it was simply that you got bored with the way things were ran, the way things were done. It was no longer exciting. Something about it is evolving and changing. You're finding your mojo back, okay? And I want to say that I love this card. The Star is just like what we all aspire to find. It's that dream that we want that seems so far-fetched, that isn't quite far-fetched after all, because I feel like you're listening to messages from spirit, your own messages. I feel like you're getting communication. You're getting kind of the green light, kind of like, red light, green light, go. And you've been through the red light already. I feel like you're finding a new way to do things, to tweak things into a better way of doing things, which is in turn giving you mojo once again. So I feel like you're attaining like that which is what you want. If this is not resurrecting something from the past, which I strongly feel like it is, it could be like a passion that you have towards a hobby or something that you used to do once upon a time that maybe you just set aside because you're like, let's child's play, I gotta work and live a real life. Sagittarius, this is real life. And so there's a reason why it gives you passion and excitement. And when you wake up, you just feel like, oh my goodness, I can't wait to do that one thing again. Actually, it just comes to mind, body. This can also have to do with sex. So I wasn't really trying to go there, but the ace is also a symbol of like a phallic symbol and for sex. And that can mean, a male-female relationship. It could be same sex. It does not matter. As we know today, times are really different. So I'm going to say that you have a dream and you want that dream fulfilled. Okay. What else do we get? So I can't believe you have the Star and the Sun all in one reading. So this is about people looking at you in a way that's very, very favorable, Sag. You are definitely coming into your own. I feel like it's here. Like if you're not having successes right now, I'm trying to bring the camera into a little bit more focus. I think that you need to kind of regroup and look around you because people are looking at you super favorably. The sun is super shiny all over you. I think that when people go, hey, do you know about Sag? And you're like, oh, heck yeah, that Sag is something awesome and great reputation. Great fire, great vision. You inspire people. I think that people's opinion of you is super high right now. I would just say, don't really give into it one way or another. Just keep your head about you. It's easy to, number one, let it go to your head, and or allow that to be a status quo to where it's like, I don't know if I can live up to that. So we don't want to go either extreme. All right, just be you, continue doing what you're doing, which is what you're passionate and excited about. Now, in this card, I have a child, and I feel like once again, this brings me back to your childhood, something that you were excited about, something that you're really good at, maybe used to be a writer or used to write poetry or whatever the case may be, stories, and somehow you're bringing it back full circle, okay? So people are really enjoying you at this time. Oh my goodness, I am so done with you. Sag, what is going on? I want to be Sag right now, okay? I'm a Leo, but this reading, this is the best reading so far. Sag, all about Sag. And look at her. You have learned how to embrace your inner beast, okay? Whatever once upon a time held you, not hostage, but whatever you wrestled with once upon a time, this lion figure right here, it is no more. That lion is within you. And that just means to me that you've gone through all the phases, that you've learned how to conquer your inner instinctual instinct. Wow, that was like a mouthful. But you know what I'm saying. Also, this card is very sexy. People are finding you super attractive right now. So that in itself is power. Use your power wisely, please. Don't abuse it. As we all know, that can lead to really bad things. But you are being looked at as like Leo. That Leo's so fine. I don't see anything negative right here. So as far as the body goes and all that, I think that you are being regained and restored into health, into balance. I see you proceeding with caution, and I love that. I love that. Whatever it is that you're doing, I don't think that you're doing it in excess. I think you're taking your time, you're methodical, you're seeing what grows, what is good for you, whether it's a new diet, a new job, or revamping your own business right now, or launching a business right now. You're taking your time, and I love that for you. So Sag, that is pretty darn inspiring. I have to say that's so far the best reading. I want to say that there could be a little element of stubbornness when it comes to taking your time. I see I think it's a goat over here. I'm not really sure. I don't know if you can see that. It's hard to see. So could be a little bit of stubbornness, looking towards the future and looking at what's blooming. But overall, I see everything just really lovely for you. Sag, keep up that momentum. We all need to be a little Sagittarius right now. So with that, we're going to go ahead and address the mind. And this, once again, is the mind for November for Sagittarius. Sag, hear my dog breathing? It's funny. Messages for Sag for November, please. What is good for Sagittarius? What's going to be helpful? What's going to be? Thank you. And we're going to stop right there with that one jump. So, wow. In the mind, this card is all about being all up in your mind. You have a ton of ideas. Look at all these light bulbs representing your ideas. In the background, I see a ton of yellow, which represents a self. I feel like you're being true to yourself. Trying to bring that more into focus. Okay. You're being true to yourself. You're doing whatever comes to mind, and you're trying out different ideas. It may be kind of Rubik's cubing things in order for them to manifest properly. Now, I want you to notice this person actually is crossing from one side all the way to the other with this chasm. I can never say that word right. Chasm. Anyways, you know what I'm talking about. There's like a big hole, like, whoops, I can fall right through. Feel like you've been dancing a fine line, feeling like you're walking on tight wire. A little bit like you're walking on a double-edged sword. Like these thoughts and ideas are double-edged swords. You could be feeling that way, but I want you to notice that you're over the worst of it, and it was a little hop you had to do anyways. All you have to do is put one more foot in front of the other before you're on solid ground. So I want to encourage you to continue doing whatever it is that you're doing. Keep your mind occupied. I see you studying a lot. I see you maybe journaling, taking notes, looking at SEOs, or how to network, or how to become an affiliate, or how to maximize your business, or how to bring different types of ideas into the same thing so that you manifest better. And I see you very preoccupied with these things. I think that the birds are coming and going, bringing you ideas and messages from afar. And I love that. I think that you're really open to it. So don't stop now. If you're feeling a little bit weary, if you're a little bit tired, sometimes I get tired of myself. I'm like, oh my God, I have so many ideas. I'm so done with myself. I want to encourage you to keep on going because you're going the right route, okay? Sagittarius, there is a danger, a warning, if you will. If you're getting bored, you're like, yeah, but it's still the same business, or I've thought these things before, I've done it before, I want something juicy and different, and la da 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 da. And it's like, once we run that marathon and we conquer it, we kind of get like, oh, okay, next please. And if you look at her, she has these 3 bowls right here, which represent like happiness and celebration. She's not celebrating. This one's being offered to her right now. I feel like you have something in the offering, like an opportunity around you that you're bored with, that somebody's like, hey, let's network. Hey, let's throw in our lots together. Hey, let's do like what do they call that? Oh my gosh. Not a sound pod, but all right, make fun of me, I'm old. A podcast or whatever. Yeah, let's do that together, and we'll do that. Let's write a blog together, be a star on my show for this Monday, or do this or do that. Like, it feels like it's a little thing, a little offering, but it's somebody who has the same vibration as you, because the ace is always about that singular, you get me and I get you, and we have like the same vibrational idea, the same like excitement, the same thing that's like juicy for you is juicy for me. That kind of a thing could be like a passion that you have. It could be anything. For example, like loving to go what they call rock hounding, going to find crystals on the mountains or in a shop like the rest of us do. Anything like that, or painting or music or singing. I think that it's something that has one tone to it, because I see basically one color, and you're kind of like, that's so one-dimensional, and I'm not really about that life right now. I want to diversify, which is why I have all these ideas with Sag. I encourage you to look at that one color, because this one color is part of like the rainbow, and you know this, so don't shoot it in the foot right now. I would say double check it, and you know what? If it's just one thing, why can't you just do one thing and try it? I feel like it's going to be good for your arsenal. I feel like it's going to compel you to move forward in a progressive manner. It's going to add to your bounty, your stability. It might bore you a little bit, but have we not all done things that bored us for a long, long time? And yet here we are going, yes, nothing can touch me that bores me ever again. That's just not real life. So I encourage you not to miss out on opportunities that are right in front of you, that are being offered to you, okay? I know that was long-winded. I know that I am talking kind of fast. I just want to give you the best messages I can, Sag. So please bear with me. More messages for my Sagittarius friends for November, please. November messages. Thank you. I'm getting a lot of energy on my left side of my body. That's always trust your intuition. Messages for Sag, please. What do we need to know in addition to for the mind? Okay. The world. This is completion. The world, victory. The world, endings. The world, new beginnings. The world, everything is attached. One thing is attached to the other, is attached to the other. And I just love how there is just a symbol of like completion. I love that. I love that you're in the middle of it. I love that there's a lot of green that indicates to me growth. A lot of blues also on the bottom, indicating to me that you're speaking your truth, standing up for yourself. You may feel kind of like you're by yourself a little bit. Okay, camera's not picking up the pattern on the background here. I don't really know how to make that better, but that kind of made it not better. I don't know. Anyways, there are patterns in here. So I feel like you could be getting messages You could be getting like dreams or ideas, or even seeing things that you don't quite understand. They could be patterns and things like that. I would say just even keep a note for fun. Even if you don't believe me, for the heck of it, keep a notepad. Jot those things down because they will have meaning for you later, I believe. Okay? 21 is a world that is things completing in your mind. We're talking about your mind right now. You're making up your mind to complete and end something. Woo! As things jump from the deck, I'll grab, well, thank you. Calm down. So you are in this mode. It's funny, the cards that just jumped out. I have my hands here. I'll address them in just one second. But the completion card is card 21, and that's like endings, okay? Endings before you hit a new beginning. You are getting your own messages from Spirit. I see that clearly with this yellow vibrancy around you. It's like a ray, almost like you're getting messages, and you're just standing in that freedom. That freedom of serendipity, of things happening almost like one after the other, like we're all connected type idea. And don't separate yourself from the world. I want to say you are a part of a bigger thing. But with that, you can feel very much alone. Now, the 21 is endings. And as I was mixing the cards, you saw I got jumps. But not just one, I got 3 jumps. So he came out first. It could be that you are ending, energy on my right side. That's always about doing. Ending about what you are the boss of. Maybe you are a CEO or a manager of a place, and you're just kind of like, I'm bored. Look at his face. He is just bored, done with it. He's wanting something different. He feels like he's mastered this game, this little chess piece, and he's like the chessboard under him. It's like, I could do this in my sleep, but it's not bringing me any juiciness, any excitement, any enlightenment. I'm just like bored with it. Yeah, I could play this in my sleep. It wins me a buck. But I feel like in doing this job or whatever this task is, you're getting messages that you're not in tune with, honestly, because of boredom. Because it's not challenging you and you're not in your body. You could also, some of you guys be experiencing, not out of body, but dissociative personality, that kind of a thing. Where, well, that's a whole different subject. Anyways, if it fits for those of you I'm talking to, then you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. If it doesn't, just toss it out the window. Now, I do want to say that this has to do with your stability. You've been doing whatever this is for quite some time. You're ready for a change, okay? And that's what this ending is. It's like, it's my stability. I want things how I want things, but I want things to be different. Now, with that, interestingly enough, in your mind, you have the 3 of Swords. And this is like, I was surprised that this card came out, okay? Now, in comparison to everything else that's come out so far, I mean, this girl is crying out. And it's almost like her heart is strung up against all these like dead branches. And her heart's been like severed and cut. But also, if you notice, she has not detached herself. She's almost like keeping one of these cords here deliberately. And she's like, that's my heart. I don't care if it's like strung up on 10 branches and cut in 25 pieces. It's my heart and I'm keeping it. So there could be a desire not to let go of something. And I'm going to look more into this because it seems like it's a big shift. I'm not sure what this is, all right? But it's coming from like a pit that's just really dark. It's desolate. There's nothing there. And maybe you've worked really hard and you feel like, you know what? I haven't gotten what I thought I would get. I'm not as happy as I thought I would be. Any of those thoughts like that creates boredom can bring about this like heartache. It's like, I really feel like I gave my best years to a company and it wasn't reciprocated. It wasn't what I thought it should have been, whatever the case may be. With that, I feel like you're daydreaming. So that can bring about that little, I can't say the word dissociative personality or feeling that you're just like, your body is in one place, your feet are entirely someone else, and yet your heart, if you look here, is in a 3rd place. And there's a little picture of a heart right behind that. So I feel like you could be all over the place. You're not fully embodying like what it is to be present because I think you're a little bit bored. And I get that. If you bore me, it's like such a slap in the face and an insult. I'm trying to figure out where the camera is. So I'm finding myself looking and it's just not like where I should be looking. Okay. I'm learning still, guys, so sorry about that. Sagittarius, so I want to encourage you. What's going on with you? You're listening to a song in your heart. Okay, it's totally different than what you're accustomed to. I feel, can you see now? You can see a little rays coming from his heart. I feel like you're saying, you know what, this is what I want, and following up with the other conversation. But you're like when pigs fly. There's a little pig up here and a little bull, kind of like, that's really what I want, what I desire, but here's my body. And it's almost like you've been functioning a fourth of your potential because you're kind of cut in many different parts. I'm gonna say that music might have a really good outlet for you. You might be able to, like, at this point, compose music, or like a little diddly or a song or a dance or something like that. I think that that's going to really help loosen things up and bring things together cohesively, and gathering all the different parts of you, like the creative side and the discipline side and the executing things side and the ability to manage it. All of those things have to be in accord for you to really move forward in a proper way. So Sag, that's the best message I can tell you for your mind right now. The last message, as far as the mind goes, actually I just flipped this at random because I was curious. I have the Temperance card. And with the Temperance card, I want to tell you, it's very important for you to know that you are supported. I feel like you have a loved one, a beloved, someone on the other side that is supporting you, an angel, somebody who looks after you. I also feel like you yourself are trying to balance your positive and negative polarities, realizing that you can't have one without the other. It's going to be very important for you to strive for a balance. The yin and the yang, positive and negative. All of those things might be conversations that you have within your head, because I don't feel like you're sharing this with a lot of people, actually. So Sag, if you have someone that you can trust, a mentor, someone that gets you, I think it would be really nice to bounce things off like that off of someone. Or if you are like myself, which there's really a limited people that I trust or that I can open up to, for whatever reason, I tend to write things down. And write things down like in columns. Like, these are all my assets, or these are all the things that bring me joy. And keep columns like that, so that when you're kind of like, well, I wonder what resource, you can actually pull out that book and go, okay, here, I have 55 things listed under, these are my resources. And these are my distant contacts. And these are, you know, whatever it is that you're trying to attain. I feel like you are divinely guided. For some of you, the name Frank can have meaning, can have bearing. I'm getting an F name, Frank, like Fabio, Frederick, but mostly Frank was coming through. So that's for somebody, obviously not everybody, but there is an angel around you guys, guarding and guiding you. Now with the Temperance, be aware that it's two elements coming together, and when you dump two elements in, you form a third element, and that in turn is going to create something completely different. So you're familiar with these elements. It's like you have the tools, but when you put these tools together in this manner, you get something totally different. So don't be surprised by that. And that's a really good thing, okay? So Sag, we're going to move on. Thank you. And Spirit's confirming that with like a lot of energy on my right side. So, Sagittarius, tell me what I need to know for Sag, for my Sag friends. What do we need to know, please, for Sagittarius, as far as the soul goes? The soul, please help me to understand what is good for their soul, what is healing, what is beneficial at this point for my Sag friends for November. Okay. So, Sag, I have the Prince of Wands. I feel like you're going to be getting a message that's coming towards you. It's going to be a message of like great speed. It's going to come like out of the blue, all of a sudden, just when you were out of the blue. Look at the blue skies. Where things have been like tumultuous and you're not really sure about things or whatever, this is going to just come and kind of, it's almost like you've been wanting for this message to come, what is clarity, and all of a sudden out of the blue it comes. There's still some clouds in the back, which means it's not crystal clear. If it is indeed a job offer, someone that wants to work with you, It could be that the details aren't super clear, or you're not clear on how you feel or think about it, okay? So give yourself time to react. Don't be led astray or away or pressured into having motion, because this night is like, let's go. I'm not waiting for nobody. And if you're collaborating with anybody else, you know, they're going to have that understanding that it is a collaboration. And while you're not going to sit and just, you know, muster over it forever, you do need time to kind of think things through. No, you can't just jump on a plane and just go now. And maybe you can, but if you cannot, you know what? I need 24 hours to think about things before I make a decision. So whatever. So feel confident in that. I feel like it is going to be something that brings about abundance, clarity, some excitement. This message could be about a new job opportunity, about travel, new places to go and visit for sure. And at the top right with it, I get this. And this is like one of my all-time favorites. This is, we're one and the same. These two people, you don't even know where one begins and the other ends, hardly. They're so similar. This could be about someone who has the same business goals, ideas, and dreams as you. It could be romantic as well. I'll be doing the romance separate for now. I don't know how it's going to pan out later. But for now, I just want to keep it to mind, body, and soul, and then I'll do another group of addressing romance. So this is talking about, it could be romantic, but this is talking about growth and being in the arms. It doesn't have to be literal. It would be nice though. Being in the arms of someone who totally gets you, figuratively or literally. Now, this can have something to do with being involved in the medical field. Let's say that you just kind of get an opportunity or something that has to do with the medical field, a job offer. Maybe you're doing something with technology, involved with another person, and you guys are totally vibing on how you're going to present this business thing so that you can network and work together and get bigger accounts, whatever the case may be. Or it could be your doctor, nurse, EMT, firefighter, any of those, and that you have met someone in the same industry or similar that just feels kind of your passion for what it is that you're doing, okay? So this is like a deep connection. It's just, it could be even a coworker that you're like, man, they just totally get me. I'm so grateful that somebody totally gets me. It could be romantic. Let's find out. But I want to tell you, that you are seeking clarity about the situation. And this is soul. That's interesting. I almost kind of feel like it's romantic, and I wasn't trying to head there, but we're going to see what happens, Sag. You want that clarity. I feel like you're going to cut through a lot of stuff to get that clarity that you need regarding this situation. Be careful that your words are not like super abrupt and harsh like somebody. Okay? So we want to be a little bit more gentle than Auntie G. I can be a little bit blunt and a little bit dry crust of bread and to the point. And that is not necessarily the best way to communicate. But I feel like you're guarding your freedom because he's on a white horse, and you have that intent of like, I have to have my freedom, but I need this clarity above and beyond all else. And I need movement. In your movement, you're headed to the right. You're headed towards the future and freedom. The skies might be a little bit tumultuous, like you don't know what's going on right now. But, and I do see actually a lot of people behind you. You're in a period of transformation. Sorry. I almost said transportation. But if you look, let's see if I can point those out. There are some butterflies down here, transformative. Sorry, I can't even talk. And then I have some shields. So you've come from a place where you've had to deal with a lot of people, a lot of naysayers. And this card, I see a lot of birds in the background too, flying around. People in your business, people that have no business being in your business, people that maybe want to steal your business, or just don't encourage you. So you've had to really weed out a lot of that. And if that's the case, then I'm sorry about that. Here I have a reunion, okay? I feel like this is a reunion, somebody you know, somebody that you care for, that brings excitement. Sometimes this could stand for a third party. But look at the stairs. I feel like your situation, you are evolving, you're ascending. You're not looking to stay put where you're at any longer. And these clouds are definitely parting for you to get better clarity, Sagittarius. I think that you are climbing these steps and you want people to celebrate with you as well as you want to celebrate with them. Okay. I want to say real quick that you, as far as the soul goes, you have a lot of like choices and you're kind of like in fantasy land, la la land. You're like, well, I have this choice and that choice. And you know what fulfills your soul is what fulfills your soul. It's not going to be that you have 25,000 choices. Whatever brings you joy that you can name off the top of your head in less than 2 sentences, that's what it is. So the rest of it, yeah, they're options, but are they realistic? Probably not. It's time to even bare your chest open. This is like a person just standing there with arms outstretched, kind of like, you know, in confusion. But I would propose to you that you're opening up your heart chakra and you're saying, you know what? I know what belongs to me. And out of these 7 cups, these 7 options, and all this confusion, I can eliminate, you know, most of them and narrow it down to 3. For example, if I think that I'm going to get up there and I'm going to start singing and get a hit and be a pop star, well, I can't carry a tune personally. That ain't happening. So I'm eliminating that. If I think I'm going to be a quilter, although I can sew and I enjoy it, I don't like the rigid straight lines or anything like that. So that's kind of out, you know? Things that make sense, keep. Things that do not, don't even entertain them no more. They're a waste of your time. If you're feeling frustrated, do not waste your time with fantasy. Okay, that's on a soul level. Now, I want to tell you another thing here. You have, Sagittarius, you have the Hangman. And I feel like you're finally attaining even a deeper level of understanding. I feel like you're ascending, you're waiting for the verdict to come back, and you're trying to gain a different perspective on everything. So it could be a different perspective on what makes your heart sing on your soul level. What gives you the vibe of, I just feel like they get me. Where are my people? Where are my tribe? That kind of a thing. Okay. And with that, I have a ton of messages for you. It could be a little bit chaotic. It could be like people are like, woo, that's Sag. We have heard glowy things about you, and we want, there you go. We want to know Sagittarius a little bit more. We want this, we want that, and just messages and everything else. So take your time. Know that this could be a little bit chaotic. It could be travel. I'm getting travel for some of you. But definitely take your time about it. And with that, that concludes that part of your reading. One thing that I was sharing, that when I was lighting my candle that I shared with the other signs, this candle is so delicious. What is it called? Just in case anyone is curious. Red Lava Citrus, okay? I'm all about the Red Lava Citrus. When I was lighting the candle and praying over it, I got for a universal message. And the universal message, it was an actual affirmation. So as I was lighting it, I heard in my head, may this candle light the path, light my way, bring abundance here to stay. And so maybe we're looking at, a lot of us are looking at abundance that is not fleeting, that is here to stay and for the long haul. Once again, leading to, you know, prosperity and security. So with that, I hope that you have enjoyed your November reading, Sagittarius. I plan on being here every month, and so I think it's my thing now. So I hope that if you enjoyed it, please like, share, subscribe, comment. Let me know if anything fit. What resonated for you. I'm really interested in finding out if I can get some feedback. A lot of people just kind of watch these things and blow on by. But feedback helps me to grow. So thank you so much. And with that, I will leave you. Namaste.